Hello, everybody. I am Sacrabolic, your envoy of hope, and welcome to What I Watched This Week. Uh, Man, my computer broke this week, so I didn't actually watch a whole lot of things. I got some stuff in, but the biggest letdown is I didn't really get much editing done for that video. At this rate, we're going to be lucky if I can get this out by the end of the month. So, cross your fingers. Nobody's crossing their fingers. I'm the only one that cares. Anyway, I did manage to get some watching done. So, okay, let's start this off with, I started my week off with Space Patrol Luluco. Space Patrol Luluco, it's like a trigger work that came out in like 2016. And it's about this girl named Luluco that joins something called Space Patrol, which like goes around investigating a bunch of aliens. But what it really is an excuse for Trigger to make a bunch of self-referential jokes. I thought the first 3 episodes were kind of dull, but like episode 4, they go to the Kill planet, and it is fucking, from that point on, I fucking loved the show. It's fucking hilarious. I will say that although all other, like, original Trigger anime seems to be canon to Luluco, I am confident Luluco is not canon to other Trigger series, because that would mean that, like, Little Witch Akka takes place on some, like, alien planet, and the, like, main threat to the primordial life fiber is fire. Anyway, it's fucking hilarious, is what it is. Then I watched anime classic Cowboy Bebop. I mentioned last week on Space Dandy that I'd only seen a handful of episodes of Bebop. I was wrong. I was super wrong. I'd actually seen every episode of Bebop, except for maybe one. I didn't remember one episode, but I still don't remember what happened in that episode other than that I didn't remember the episode. So it's entirely possible I saw that episode as well, and it's just super forgettable. I liked Bebop, but, like, I just liked it. It's not... First off, it looks gorgeous. That I'll say about Bebop. But other than that, the stories felt kind of... I don't know. How do I say it? It's like... It's a bizarre atmosphere, is something I'll say. And I'm not sure how well it agreed with me. It kind of has, like, the flavor of an action series, like, there's a lot of action scenes and, like, space drama, but it does this in a weird, almost slice-of-life way, where, like, the action scenes are, like, oddly calm, if that makes any sense. I can see why people would like it, and I can see why it would get popular, especially if it was your, like, first anime. I think Bebop would be great for someone's first anime, but unless you have, like, a bunch of nostalgia, I don't think you should watch it, like, later into your anime career. Because by that point, you've probably seen things that you'd like better than it. I certainly have. I've certainly seen things that I wouldn't even bother comparing Bebop to. But anyway, then I watched Rolling Girls. Rolling Girls is about a group of girls going around the Japanese countryside, which has been split into like 10 different countries now, and brokering peace between rival groups of superhumans. It's an interesting watch, but I can see why it's not very popular, because the show opens with like high octane, over the top, like action scenes, which were great, but then like it's bookended between 2 episodes of those action scenes. Like, it starts with 2 episodes of action scenes and ends with 2 episodes of action scenes. But then there's, like, 8 episodes of peace brokering in the middle. What I really enjoyed about it was mostly them going around in the countries, because the action scenes weren't frequent enough to bother mentioning them. But I really liked the girls going around and exploring these, like, crazy weird countries and their crazy weird rules. But I can see why it's not very popular. I liked it. The ending was, like, so fucking rushed, though, it felt like I skipped an episode. But yeah, so I wouldn't really recommend it to anyone unless you also fall into a category of people like me that are totally okay with, like, crazy action scenes, but also really calm scenery with girls going around talking to people. So it probably hits a very small demographics. Probably why it's not very popular. And I also watched 16 episodes of Lupin III Part 2, Red Jacket Saga. It's more Lupin. I don't really know much to say about it. I really liked the episode where Lupin turned out to be a serial killer. In fact, it's made me think that maybe I should do an entire video dedicated to Fujiko Mine, but I want to get through all of Lupin before I even consider that, so I can get like a full... Like, I want to do a character analysis video on her, I think. I know nobody cares about that. I know I'm the only one that would want to do a character analysis video on Fujiko Mine, but it is making me think about it. But basically, the main differences between the two seasons is that Goemon's sword, what is it, Zetsutsun? Something like that? Iron cutting sword is what it's called. Breaks like every episode, where it was completely unbreakable in the previous episodes. Because it was forged using like Lupin the First or Second, I forget which one's, like fictional sword making method of melting down the best Japanese swords to make a super sword. Although after it broke the first time, it's entirely possible that he's just using a shittier sword now, and that's why it keeps breaking. I don't know. But the biggest like change is that magic now exists where it didn't in the first like part. Now there's just straight up magic, like curses and shit. And there's an entire episode dedicated to the Loch Ness Monster that was fucking terrible. But anyway, yeah, that's what I watched this week. I didn't get all that done, so yeah, sorry about that. I'll try and do better next week. Fucking hopefully. All right. Anyway, I've been Sacrobolic. You're on Voice of Hope, and this has been what I watched this week. See you next time, guys. Bye bye.